Hi, I'm Monica Shaw, founder of Safe Visual Solutions, and welcome back to this week's Safety and Quality Improvement TV, session number 3. This is the place to be if you want to know how to create an effective and frustration-free clinical environment, and so much more. And in these sessions, we answer your frequently asked questions that you feed into us either via email at info@safevisualsolutions.com or via our website www.safevisualsolutions.com or via Facebook. So thank you yet again to your questions. Thanks. We love your reader questions. They're fantastic and it's so good to get so many of them. But of course, we can only choose one for each week. And this week, we've got a great question. They're always great questions, but this week we've got a really great question. And it comes from Jenny in Brisbane in Australia. And Jenny writes, I'm a nurse who is just about to start a project. Trouble is, I've never done one before. I know you're an improvement advisor and guessing you've done 1 or 2 projects. So what advice can you give me? My project is about operating theatres' start times. It's got in brackets, getting them to start on time. Well, Jenny, thank you so much. And that's a fantastic question. Projects can be really, really scary, particularly, you're trained clinically, you know what to do in a clinical environment, put a patient in front of you, and you can work out through a process of elimination and a scientific method exactly what to do. But when it comes to a project, it's a whole different ballgame, or at least it feels like a whole different ballgame, and it can be really scary. And it's really important to flesh out who are your stakeholders. So I would do that trying to understand that patient journey from when they come in to leave for their operation. So what you do once you've identified your stakeholders is, this is where the management part of stakeholder management comes in. You need to really meet with them. You need to discuss with the key players in the different staff groups. So I'm guessing there's surgeons, there's clerks in different locations, there's nursing staff, there's support staff, there's actually patients that you need to speak to as well. There's also cleaning technicians, anaesthetic technicians, there could actually be allied health people that are involved. So really go and meet with these people and talk to them about not only the project that you're looking at and the scope that you're talking about, but also get from them, what are their thoughts about it? And this does 2 things. It raises the profile of what you're working on so that people know that you're doing this piece of work. And the other thing is that it gives you a really good sense of how they feel about it. Now, you'd think that working on something like getting theatres to start on time would be a real big positive thing that everybody would be so excited to work on. But what consistently happens from my experience is that turns out not everybody's so chuffed about someone doing a project. And so don't take this personally. This is not a personal thing. It's just that whenever people perceive a change, and particularly that there is a quantity of unknown, it automatically can put up a riser of resistance in people. And they might not mean to do it. Just remember that. But it is something that actually happens. Or they might be frustrated that this project's actually happened before. Now, if you get that feedback from someone of those stakeholders that you've gone and spoken to, ask them 2 questions. Okay, don't shy away from their negativity. Ask them 2 questions. The first question to ask them is, when was that piece of work actually done before? Were you involved? The second, I guess there's 3 questions. The second question is to say, can you tell me what actually didn't work the last time? And the third question is to say, would you be willing to give us some advice around what we could do better this time around to avoid that from happening again, so that we don't waste your time or my time in this project? So that is really key. And in fact, that is a top tip, because what that does is You're engaging your naysayers, you're engaging the ones that could be more resistant, and you're giving them a sense of ownership and something purposeful to play in the project. Thanks for your question, Jenny. It was a fantastic question, and it's something that a lot of new project officers do ask. And the good news is that if you get to know project management, you might actually love it. Well, that's all from us for this week on Safe Visual Solutions. This is the place to be to discuss safety and quality improvement for an efficient and frustration-free clinical environment and so much more. So thanks for tuning in again, and we will see you next week.